Hello everyone, Zane here and welcome to another Final Fantasy XIV Blue Mage video. Today I'm going to show you guys how to get sea shanty solo as your Blue Mage. Now as a disclaimer, I do not recommend doing this solo unless you have absolutely no other choice. But the fact is that this ability is quite easy to get. Solo is not as hard as Mortal Flame was. So you're going to be doing this unsynced level sync just like before, so you guys can go in solo but also be synced down to level 70. So the Shanty ability does 500 potency with no fall-off damage, but under rain, showers, or thunderstorms, this goes up to 1000 potency. So the spells that you're going to be using is basically the same, except this time you're going to be utilizing moonflute and diamondback. So the first thing is ethereal mimicry of a healer, gob skin, palm cure, mighty guard, basic instinct, ultra vibration, bring immortal flame with you this time, shock strike, glass dance, song of torment, toad oil, moonflute, missile, because Mudman, the first boss, is susceptible, bristle, surpanakha, jade kick, or you can use quasar from Sophia. It's a same cooldown, but it's a lot easier to obtain. Triple trident and tingle. Always make sure to use bristle after tingle. Breath of magic, magic hammer for your MP regeneration. Also lowers intelligence and mind. Not really useful, but the MP is. Ram's voice, goblin punch for a spam, diamondback, and off guard. Gear, same as before, the cryptlurker or the phantasmal gear with spell speed and determination 8 melded in, since those are your best stats for Blue Mage. And of course make sure you go up to the gear icon, unsynced to go in alone, and level sync to bring you down to 470 of Matoya'srelic. Alright. So just like before, you're going to sack yourself on the second set of mobs to reset ultra vibration so you guys can breeze through that. And for the last pack before the second boss, you're just going to freeze, breath of magic, and then goblin punch or missile each one to drop them down. This way you don't have to sacrifice yourself for the third time for ultra vibration. Alright, so this is going to be pretty quick dungeon, so let's get into it. So for the first mob pack, just like I showed you guys in the Grand Cosmos, make sure you have your toad oil and your gob skin up. Grab the first one, grab the second pack, freeze, double freeze, just to make sure that everybody has gotten hit, and then ultra vibrate. Next set of mobs, sack yourself, return, and then repeat the process again until you get to the first boss, the Mudman. So the Mudman is pretty simple. Make sure you gob shield for his tank buster, which he does pretty early on, and just spam missile until it ultimately hits. He will do P-Pel after his tank buster. If you're looking for that spell, make sure you get tethered to the ball, and then let the ball go into one of the holes, and then goblin punch him to death, and then we'll move on to the next boss. Alternatively, if you don't want to sack yourself here for 3 mobs, what you can do is freeze them, do bristle, breath of magic, and then missile each one to drop their HP, and let the dot finish them off. The decision's up to you, but I ended up going down this route instead of running all the way back. So before we pull Nixie, toad oil and gob skin up, and then activate bristle. You're going to pull with off guard, moonflute, shock strike, immortal flame, then you do glass dance, jade kick into another bristle, and then do breath of magic. And then what you're going to do is you're going to do surpanakha and swift cast into diamondback. This is going to obviously help you deal with the tank buster and of course the icicles, which will hurt without the diamondback. And then you'll do shower power by giving you the 3 tunnels, with one being safe, but the diamondback should fall off by the time that goes off in case you have to move. And the waning ability from moonflute should wear off. This way you guys can heal. And by the time all this is done, Nixie is basically going to go into his sea shanty attack, which you must get to the spout next to him as soon as possible to get shot up into the cloud. If you don't get there fast enough, you have another chance to get up there. If you do not kill these ads before that bar fills, you basically will get one-shotted, and that's no bueno. So Breath of Magic, and then Goblin punch them all down to death. So after coming down from the cloud, you have a small window to quickly do your moonflute and damage opener, applying Breath of Magic and Song of Torment. But if you guys want to wait until after the tank buster, you can, but you still have enough time to do all that, and of course wait for the pacification to wear off for moonflute. But that decision is going to be up to you, but the tank buster is going to happen right about now. A shield and a heal will do just fine to survive it, but I'll leave that decision up to you. So after the tank buster, he does another power shower attack, and of course the spouts coming from the ground. Dodge those accordingly and just keep attacking him with whatever you got, refreshing your dots with bristle until he does another tank buster. Like I said, shields and heal through that, and in no time Nixie will go down, and congratulations, you should have sea shanty at your disposal. And there you go, Peat Pelt and Sea Shanty all in one. Now if you want to use Peat Pelt effectively, you want to hit at least 6 or more enemies, because when you use this, it gives them begrimed, and Deep Clean takes off the grimed, but also gives you a maximum of 6 stacks to give you a regen of 50 potency up to 300 if you use that maximum. It does not reset the duration if you are using less than 6 enemies, so ultimately if you want this to be at full maximum, you have to have 6 or more, or waiting for it to fall off to reuse. But ultimately I don't see this being very useful, because you have Palm Cure, which does exactly the same thing but better. But that's how you guys get the most important spell, Sea Shanty, and that sucker is very useful when you're trying to speedrun enemies and of course doing trials and stuff like that for loot. So it's definitely worth getting. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next Blue Mage video. And that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're new for more Final Fantasy XIV content and help with the YouTube algorithm. If you guys want to support my channel even further, consider becoming a YouTube member, Patreon supporter, or help me on Ko-Fi. The links for those will be in the description down below, as well as my Discord. I also want to give a thanks to all my YouTube members, Patreon supporters, and Ko-Fi members, and the extra special shout out to the members on screen. So until next time, if you ever walk in the glorious light of Lord Bahamut, and always remember to keep forging ahead. Take care.